Good evening, welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing well wherever watching me from around the world. Please subscribe, share and like this video. So of late, Kenya is a country in East Africa. It has been facing a lot of issues like a lot of corruption, inflation, crime, joblessness, political turmoil, isn't it? And this all stems from the leadership in the country, which doesn't seem to have an idea on how to run a country. So the Kenya Kwanza government entered with a lot of promises under President Ruto and his supporters. You had the impeached former Vice President Gachagua. We also have called Mudavadi, Wetangula. All these are political figures in this country, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. Kenyan Gen Zs are the future of the country. Kenyan Gen Zs are the future of the country. You see here, Kenya, because of all these things, the Gen Zs went on the streets. It was a big riot. It started well, peaceful. Then it regressed into killings, extrajudicial killing of young men and women. And then gangs took over. So I'm sure one day someone will have to account for those young men and women who died. That is coming. That one, you can hear it from me. Someone will have to account in future. So now, Kenyan Gen Zs are the future of the country because, first of all, these people are, first of all, they are tribeless, colorless, classless. So they have one unity around them. You see, here Kenya, majority of people of Kenyans, they speak their native languages, which is the first language, which is used by politicians to campaign or to separate the country. You see, in America, people separate on ideology. We have the Republicans, Democrats. Republicans are conservatives from family issues, economy, you name it. Democrats are liberal in terms of family life, in terms of, sex relations. You understand? But here in Kenya, everything is how do you say? Everything is based on tribe. People mobilize according to tribes, isn't it? So now, these Gen Zs, most of them, their first language, because majority are in towns, is Kiswahili language, which is our national language. Because of the intermarriages among their parents, majority have intermarriages. And even the ones who don't have intermarriage, they like using Kiswahili or English in their homes. More so Kiswahili. So the young, when these Gen Zs are growing up, they learn Kiswahili as their language. So most of them can easily be identified as Kenyans, isn't it? It means that if you speak another language, let's say Maluya or Luo, I'm not Kenyan. It's just that those people don't see tribe as something that should, it's called what, should separate people, should divide people. So as the people, millenniums, were taught that tribe is everything. So this Kenya is a place whereby it's just a land. To us, it's not a nation. Our nation is our tribes, the millenniums. Majority of Kenyans, their nations are their tribes. That's why they have to vote for their tribe king, tribal king, so that he or she can be president. And if he doesn't have the numbers, he joins with other tribal kings to win power. So that's why it's tyranny of numbers. The more tribes, the larger the tribe, the more they have the chances of getting into power. That's why in Kenya, the only two tribes have been ruling Kenya because of their numbers, isn't it? But other tribes are also knocking at the door because their numbers have increased. So they are also uniting. So when tribes coalesce against each other, you bring chaos in a country because it's all about who winner take all. That's why you have the 2010 constitution that encourages county governments, devolved duties, power, resources, which accept, but there's a lot of corruption. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Kenya Gen Zs are the future of the country, because Gen Zs have shown us that we need to unite. They have shown us that Kenya has a lot of resources that are not being used well. They usually talk about agriculture, minerals. The same also with those African countries. They have a lot of resources, land, but it's never used well because the leaders, someone enters into power because they want to be rich. What normally happens, someone in his 30s, 40s, he or she is just a job, is just someone who is doing a job, just an employee. So one day when they get into power, they want to make up and get money. They don't manufacture anything. In fact, Kenya is a country in East Africa which has the most billionaires. And the majority of them cannot even say they have a factory or they manufacture even is it toothpaste or toothpick. You understand? So this is what brings problems in this country, more so in Kenya. Because you have people who are rich and powerful and they don't know production. They have never produced anything. They have just stolen to earn that money. So this is what brings confusion, a lot of conflicts, because the leaders are not encouraging the people, the citizens, to develop, to do production, to create things. Most of these leaders in Kenya have not created anything. They are not even into farming. They are not even into manufacture. They are not even into knowledge generation. So it's just about accruing wealth. So this has permeated the whole society, where people are just thinking I can just be rich in one deal. And this also affects people who are above 50 years, because they are seeing their time on earth is shorter, so they have to make money, quick deal. I make 100 million, I build a big house. So you ask yourself, where was he all these years? Where he was is that he was in a system that does not reward their merit. If someone starts working at 21 and is being paid well, he can buy land, do investments. By the time he's 70, he has something to be proud of. But here you have a situation whereby someone has been hand to mouth until he reaches 60. He's given a minister of, I don't know, of livestock. And then in no time, he has already built palatial homes. He has built big skyscrapers or flats. He has opened businesses. He has added 3 more young wives. You understand? It's because this person, in his youth, he was not getting opportunities. He was not generating anything. That's what the Kenyan Gen Zs want. They want a society that promotes production, industrialization, so that if you start work at 21, at 30, by the time you are 60, you have made investments, honest investments, not shortcuts where you have done a deal so that you steal. So you find that people who are in their 50s and 60s, majority are corrupt because they also want shortcuts to money. They are also angry because they're seeing time is going and they never got that chance to make money. So they are looking for opportunities. But the young Gen Zs, they know they have time. They are creative. They have, I don't know what, optimism. They have hope. They are not frustrated. You see, if you are always just thinking how you can be rich through shortcut, you'll get frustrated. But if you know you can be rich through slowly, you'll be optimistic and joyful. That's what I'm talking about. Kenyan Gen Zs are the future of Kenya. Kenyan Gen Zs are the future of the country because they're optimistic. They have great ideas for this country. They want production, manufacture, idea generation, knowledge generation, you name it. That's what I'm saying. Kenyan Gen Zs are the future of the country. They will take this country to the next level. They will elect leaders who see 100 years from now. They elect leaders who are content with what they have. So if you have 100 homes, 1,000 acres, who cares? Once you die, they bury you in a small place. So I've never understood that logic. that you want to have thousands of acres, 20 homes, so what? You can only sleep in one bed, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Kenya Gen Zs are the future of this country. So this is the Professor Maima Show. I want to pray for you who's watching me that you have a long life, your dreams become a reality, you become rich and prosperous, and not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. I also pray for myself to be rich and prosperous. I pray for Kenya to be prosperous, peaceful, and with wise leaders who bring industrialization in the country and production and manufacture. Those are my prayers. Amen. If you have liked what I've said on this channel, keep on supporting us. And as I always say, Gwaheri ya kuonana, Gwaheri.